Never could drink that gin. Hit me! Lord have mercy, I'm getting loosened up for the split. Lord have mercy. Oh, a little bit James Brown. Have mercy. I'm going to do this split. I don't care if I am 60. We got an exciting show.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But the exciting part of this show might be a 60-year-old man doing the split.
Hey.
Lord have mercy on Melanated Media News. Lord have mercy. I'm getting warmed up. Getting warmed up. Getting warmed up.
Okay. Okay.
Getting warmed up.
Okay. Okay.
Lord have mercy. Feeling better.
Oh.
Got to get that back right. Lord have mercy. Hey! You ready, James? You ain't the only one who can do a split, James Brown. Lord have mercy. Count it out, Al Porter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh, come help me out, Al. Come help me.
Oh. Hold on. I got you. We got you.
Oh! Lord have mercy. The Art McCoy University Radio Show.
The University of Common Sense.
Did I use common sense? This boy make everything hard, don't he?
Detroit, Am.
Lord have mercy. All of Cleveland, yes. In the house.
From Philadelphia. Got us to the shutout there.
Lord have mercy. Since we're streaming live, might as well.
While we at it, UK, Germany, London, Japan, they all watching on Melanated Media News. Ireland, South Africa.
Ooh.
All of them.
Lord have mercy. Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
Is Putin listening?
Oh, you
Putin
know he
watching?
is.
Oh, yes.
Lord have mercy.
He's a Trump fan just like you.
All right, Kiki. For another famous court case, I saw you there with compassion, but we ain't got no compassion for this. For this son of a, do we? You understand? We ain't got no, this no good son of a.
We're continuing right on with this program. Go right ahead.
Need to have no trial. He need to go straight to the death row. And as a matter of fact, that son of a, I'll tell you, stop it.
Hey. Continue on.
Sowell gonna die. Anthony Sowell gonna die November 2020. They got a date set for him. Well, I think.
But your heart was very troubled, and if you could at least explain to us what happened within the past week and a half.
Well, what happened within the last week and a half and why my heart has really and truly been weighing so heavily is because we run a food pantry whereas I'm in charge of the food pantry where I give out food twice a month, every second and fourth Tuesday of every month. And that the day that
take your time. I know it's painful.
the day that Alianna was abducted, Christopher Whitaker came down to the church and as a volunteer and helped unloaded the truck of food that we provide for the community. I had never encountered nor talked to Christopher Whitaker. I talked to Christopher Whitaker for an hour and a half. He told me that he had given up hope and he didn't have no ID and he just felt like he had wanted to throw in the towel in regards to life. So during that time, by me being a minister of the area that gave me an opportunity to tell him about my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
I hear you. I hear you.
And my brother Al, my heart has been weighing so heavily on the matter in regards to because this case is ongoing, being investigated. I've went to the 4th District and talked to Commander Cutts there, where I've given him other information in regards to another gentleman that was with Christopher Whitaker that day. As I stated, this is an ongoing investigation. As I speak, I would like to give you his name also, but by the case being
that's right.
We got it.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
by the case being investigated, if it's okay with you, I just don't want to say that name
No
at
problem.
this time.
No problem.
But I'm here to constantly network with those preachers in the 93rd area and all throughout Cleveland. I'm here to constantly network with Art McCoy and your organization, which I do on a regular basis.
Yes, you do.
And I'm here for the community at large because we have issues in our community that should have never, ever, ever, ever took place within our community.
I agree with you on that. And
Let me ask you I want one question quickly. So you're doing your food pantry,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy come up. You hadn't seen him before, and he wanted to help you with to unload some stuff.
That's true, but there's another guy came up first who's a regular that comes to the food pantry for food.
Yeah.
He came up, and Christopher came up about 10 minutes later, and his reply was to the gentleman that came up before him was, "Oh, you left the house. I wondered where you were going to. So this is where you came down to, which is the church." Unknowingly, at the time of anything that happened to Alianna, I had no idea of what had happened. I was just looking for somebody to help unload the truck,
Yes, sir.
where I can continue to provide food for the people of the community.
They did the work. They did the work, and you paid them, didn't you?
Well, what had happened, we're not allowed to pay people.
Okay.
The church is not allowed to pay people for unloading the truck. So I said, by me being a minister of the area, I says, by you guys just coming in and really helping me out,
Yeah.
and let me give you all a blessing after going to take the U-Haul back and go and drop the mother of the church off. Would you all meet me at the Sunoco on 93rd, and I will bring you all a blessing back. I did everything that I said. I came back to Sunoco. The two guys, the guy that was there earlier, and Christopher wasn't at the gas station, but it was another guy that comes to the pantry. I says, what happened to those two guys that helped me unload the truck? So his reply was, oh, they're on Fuller.
Yeah.
Now, Fuller is the street where Ariana was murdered on.
Yes, sir.
So 4 houses down on the same side is where Christopher Whitaker and this other guy was at. I drove down, rolled down my window. They looked, they couldn't determine what my car was. They came up. I paid each one of those guys $20 for helping me,
Yeah.
not the church, because
I
we are
understand.
not allowed to pay somebody for helping.
I understand, and they
To volunteer.
they got your sympathy because they said they were down on their luck, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Right.
Yeah, yes. And so you gave them $20.
A piece,
Yeah,
yes.
out of your pocket.
Out of my pocket.
I understand. We understand that clearly.
Mm-hmm.
We understand that clearly. Food pantry, I've worked on myself. That's volunteer work. We understand that clearly, okay?
Mhm.
But because they say they was down on their luck, you saw it in your heart to do this for 'em. So Christopher Whitaker, he mentioned something about being down on his luck with women or what?
What he said, he said that he was down on his luck, and he had trouble with his woman and women in the past. And as he continued to talk, I asked him, I said, well, what type of work you do? Because my goal is to continue to work in the neighborhood and bring have what you call a job fair to place people in jobs. So I'm listening to this guy, and he's playing this song and dance for me. And in other words, it's like he was reeling me in. And I'm the type of guy, if you know me, if you out there, if I can assist you and help you the right type of way, I'll do that. So he was talking about he's given up hope. By me being a minister, when I hear somebody saying he's given up hope, it's just,
Yes.
he's homeless. He don't have anywhere to live at, and things of that nature. And I hear this so much within the neighborhoods because I'm out here on a daily basis. And as I stated before, that was a time for me to tell him about my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And what more could I do at that particular time? He started stating the fact that, the women that he's had, he's been mistreated and all this stuff. And little did I know that any of this had happened. My goal within the community is to motivate the youth, help the elderly, the women, the handicapped, and provide for the needy of our community. As I reach out to the community, I'm reaching out for all the laymen of our community where we come together. We come together as one now.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue this conversation. We're going to take a short break.
I had no idea of what Christopher Whitaker was accused of. I had no idea that he had even had any contact with Alianna. This was the first time that I even had any contact with this guy. If I would have known or even had any inkling that he had done anything to Alianna, being the type of person that I am, the type of spirit that I am, I would have tried to put him under citizen's arrest, more than likely, or either to call the police on him, but certainly he wouldn't have been walking around in our neighborhood constantly committing a sin act that has taken place, that shouldn't have never taken place anywhere in the world. And I'm very upset behind it. Absolutely, Art. Everything that you said, you all over that. You all over in what you're saying. And the reason why I know Christopher Whitaker had done this is when Calvin Williams, Chief Calvin Williams, did a press conference. And when they showed his picture on TV, it's something that went through my body. It went through my soul. I says, this is the guy that the day of the abduction took place, whereas I talked to this guy for an hour and a half And I'm out in the streets. I'm out with the activists on a daily basis.
Yes, sir.
And once again, I had no idea until I saw his picture on the news channel. And me being out in the hood, living in the hood, from the hood, a minister in the hood, I'm taught to protect me and mine. And Alianna is all of our children
Yes, sir.
within our community, Brother Art McCoy.
And that's amazing that how that took place.
First of all, I want to thank you, Art, for the things that you and your organization is doing within the community. If more people got involved and they actually knew you for what you're doing within the community, I would like to think they would become more vocal, because down on 93rd, where the church is at and where I'm the assistant pastor, I will not let these women, the cold cases of these women, go unresolved. I will not allow Alianna's death go in vain. So as a community, I'm asking that we continue to work with the 4th District, and we continue to work together with black on black crime and all the other pastors in the area, where we come up with some type of solution and bringing some type of resolution to all of these murders that has taken place. And Art, I really and truly thank you, not from the bottom of my heart, but from the top of my heart, for having the heart that you have and the compassion that you have to continue to do what you do on a constantly basis. Thank you so much.
Yes, my name is Pastor Andrea Holmes. I'm the pastor of Golgotha Baptist Church, which is located at 3250 East 93rd Street.
Yes, yes. So you're not far from that area either.
No, actually, we're 1 block north of Fuller Street.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your church.
Well, Golgotha Baptist Church has been in existence for 40 years. My dad was Reverend Cleveland Holmes, was the founder. 2010, the Lord saw fit to take him home, and he had appointed me to succeed him, and then I was actually elected to succeed him in 2010.
Yes, so you've been the head of the church since 2010.
Since 2010.
Yeah, and from our research, we do research on you. You're doing a great job over there.
Well, thank you.
I've never known for the church, not the Church of Jesus Christ, to charge nobody for having a funeral, no way.
That's right.
You're absolutely right, sister. Everybody in our community need to be held accountable for their actions. I mean, everybody has lost a loved one along the way. I just cannot believe that someone will go to a funeral home, make some arrangements at a church, and the pastor of that church not having any idea of a funeral taking place at that church. By me being one of the laymen of the community, and I work along with activists on a daily basis, you said it better than anybody. He was interviewed, he hung up on the news people as one of the people. I would just like to ask him what really and truly happened. I just don't, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but why would the family in a grieving moment at that particular time would just make up allegations like that? It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that I'm outraged about, and that's one of the things that I'm outraged about. Let's hold everybody accountable for their actions.
That guy was let out of jail by judges that don't care when it's black on black crime. He had committed a heinous crime prior, several heinous crimes prior, and I can just take a look at the court docket. You can see Judge Brendan Sheehan let that guy out on 4 years for heinous rape crimes that he did. Had he been in jail, this would not have happened to Alianna Defreeze.
And I am going to be at that guy's sentencing. Whenever his sentencing is, I'm going to be there. And I hope they give him capital punishment. I think he needs to die. I know he needs to die. Okay? He killed that baby. I want him to know that he needs to get on the row. And what the row is death row. And I mean rapidly.
History just lost a great one, Al Jarreau, jazz and R&B legend who's been active for 50 years in the music industry, 7 Grammys. He just passed earlier, a few hours ago. Like I say, at the age of 76, we just lost the jazz R&B legend Al Jarreau, and I'm sure people remember one of his biggest songs, We're in This Love Together, from 1981, and was also involved with We Are the World.
From Al Jarreau, he put out some good music, and about his Black History Month, I know he put out a song, Raging Waters, about the black soldiers who fought for England, during World War II. He was very racial conscious, and he had his master's degree in sociology. And through all his music, he always tried to uplift people. Either he had romantic songs, he always had songs that bring people up when they